Here we have a new 2025 Toyota Tacoma. This one's a double cab, SR trim level, comes in supersonic red, and then we have black fabric interior. For the powertrain, we get a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. That's made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. As we come around to the front end here, I actually like the front fascia of the SR. It's one of my favorites. You get your LED headlamps, and then everything else just kind of got that black to it, but it just looks really good. And I think the biggest thing is how these headlamps are. Just having that kind of dark frame there just looks really sporty. As we come around to the wheels here, these are going to be 17-inch alloy. We get one-touch up and down windows on all 4 doors. Rear window lock here, power door lock controls, power mirror controls. We do get blind spot monitors here, and then pretty good storage in the door panel itself. Auto high beams traction control, hood release. We do get a manual tilt, telescoping steering wheel. And then here is our driver's seat. We get power lumbar support, but a manual seat back and seat bottom. So that's gonna be 6-way. We can pump the seat up and down, adjust the seat back there, then adjust the seat bottom here. But huge thanks to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this Tacoma today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. Now I have the seat up front adjusted for someone of my size, being 6'3" with longer legs. So with that, we get a seat back pocket on the passenger side, but not a ton of room for me to actually sit back here, so I'm not gonna try that. It's possible, but it won't be pretty. Now this is pretty impressive, the storage you get underneath the seat. I like that. Gas cap there. And a nice look at the back end. There's your exhaust, spare underneath. And there's the bed. Now here at John Roberts Toyota in Manchester, Tennessee, pretty good deal going on right now. This sticker's for only $37,614, and after discounts it's $33,508. You can see on the window sticker here, all that's included, and you can pause anywhere you need to if you want to take a closer look at anything. So we do get the SR upgrade package, which includes the blind spot monitors, rear cross traffic alert, and that full-size spare. But $37,614 is that sticker price. Now I do like that we have pretty good adjustability on this front passenger side too. Usually we're not able to pump the front passenger seat up or down if it's manual, but I like that we have that adjustability here. USB-C port there, little storage pocket, lockable glove compartment. And now as we come back around to the front, quick look in the engine bay. And there's that 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder. Well, let's get out of this wind, hop in the driver's seat. So we get the hard plastic vinyl wrap steering wheel here, but still feels nice. That perforation on the side helps. There's the horn. Over here to the radio, you have the option to use the navigation subscription. For audio, we get AM, FM, XM, Bluetooth, wireless CarPlay, and Android Auto compatibility. And just a pretty easy system to use. Connect your devices there, Wi-Fi, then in your general settings, you can change your language or units of measurement, as well as the date and time and all of that. There's your backup camera there. Guidelines follow you as you turn the steering wheel. Volume knob is here. You can click that to turn the audio off. Hazards button right there. Now we do get our single zone manual climate control, so we can adjust temperature here. And then fan speed here. We can cut the whole system on or off there. And then our defrosters, and then the direction of the airflow can be controlled right there. And then your AC toggles right there. Now I do like this. We don't get a wireless charging pad, but we get 2 USB-C fast charge ports there that you can plug up your phones to, and a 12 volt. And then for the shifter, hit this button, reverse, neutral, drive, and then you can come over here and manually shift, and it'll show you what gear you're in the digital part of the gauge cluster right there. Electronic parking brake. So you can just pull up to engage, hit the brake, press down to disengage. Automatic brake hold there. Then bottle holders are here. And you have a small pocket here in the center console cubby space. And up here for your lights, you can turn those on. And we do get a nice big sunglasses holder here. Here's a quick look at the back seat from up here. And then sun visor, no vanity mirror though. Now back to the steering wheel itself. Left side stalk, blinkers, high beams, and then we can set our headlamps manually if we don't want to leave them in auto. And then over here we do get our windshield wiper control. So there's high, low, intermittent, off. Then one time we can adjust that intermittent frequency here. Pull up here for that front wiper fluid. Now over here to the steering wheel itself, Bluetooth buttons here when that's connected, back button, and then we can go through the sub menus in the gauge cluster here. So blind spot monitors, lane departure system, all that, and then your meter settings, you can actually hold that OK button, and then you can change your language or units from here instead of having to go on the screen. But volume controls are there, voice recognition, and then we do get the Safety Sense 3.0 here, so that's how we get everything going there. And you can actually toggle your cruise here from cruise to adaptive, and then you can adjust the gap for the adaptive there. And then that lane keeping system, we can turn that on or off there. Set the speed, cancel, go through our audio sources, and go through our track list or radio station presets here. Now I do want to go back here just for a minute to make sure that everything is working as it should, because we want to make sure that our lane centering and all that is on. But since we have the 3.0 system, you don't have to go through the gauges here, because that's what this entails. So this is the driving support button. So basically you enable that, adaptive cruise is on, and the lane keeping or lane tracing system is on. But for that, you want to make sure that this is on, as well as this being set to adaptive before that actually does everything it's supposed to. Push button start here. Finally, here's the key fob. And next, let's go ahead and take this 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR out on the road for a test drive. So starting the test drive in this Tacoma here, the 2.4 has pretty good pickup. I like the blow-off valve sound that you get here. Sounds like a big beefy truck, even though it's just a 2.4 liter turbo. But all in all, pretty quiet in here so far. And I have the driving support system engaged now, so we have the lane tracing, the adaptive cruise. Even on this 2-lane highway here, does a pretty good job keeping everything together. And I do like that you can adjust the gap. Most vehicles, it's like 3 stages, but here you have 4 different ways to adjust the distance you want to have between yourself and the vehicle in front of you. But so far so good in terms of the ride quality. Just a bit bouncy, and I've said this before about the Tacomas, but not really a big deal. Still not uncomfortable, if that makes sense. Just something that you notice. Now I will say, comparing this to the new Colorado and Ranger, I do think the ride quality on those is a bit better than this here. Now, I'm on industrial roads when I test drive the Tacoma here in Manchester, as opposed to, I guess, a more suburban area. that I'm in when I test drive the GMs and the Fords. So those might ride the same on this rougher road that, as you can see, has dump trucks and 18-wheelers going down all day. And I don't remember the last time this road's been paved. But from the driver perspective, I like the 2.4 in this truck. Again, it sounds good. People that are coming from an older Tacoma might appreciate just how rugged this thing actually is. I like having the turbo 4 as opposed to the naturally aspirated 4. Now the V6, especially with that one having such a high displacement with a 4-liter, you might be lacking just a tad if you're going to this. Me personally, I like having the feel of a turbocharger over a V6. And a V8, it's about what and what in terms of the feeling of power. Obviously, the V8 uses more gas, a bit more powerful usually. But for most people, this is gonna be just fine because most people aren't gonna be testing the limits of their truck when they get it. It's gonna be probably 90% used for work and then 10% for light hauling or towing or something like that. Visibility is good, the hood slopes down. This here is kind of in the way, just where the dash kind of dips up, but not in a big way. I can still see the hood just fine. If anything, it's just kind of a nuisance. But the space in here is good, and one of the reasons I like these newer trucks in particular is because there's a lot of room for my longer legs and my kneecaps especially to move about, but then also tons of space for my hand, but it's still very easy to reach everything. And as the road's kind of smoothed out, it does feel a bit better here. Now with this one being the more basic truck, I don't think we have the option for drive modes, but I think in the higher trims, you are able to fool with that. But we are gonna put it into the manual mode and see how it does getting up to speed here. Here we go. Now, I wasn't thrashing it by any means. I just gave it a little something, and it still did a great job getting up to speed there. Let's get everything going. So, full driving support system on, the lane centering, the adaptive cruise, and a great system by Toyota. And I say this every time I get behind the wheel of one. And I want to give one more thanks to John Roberts Toyota for allowing me to review this Tacoma today. I'll leave a link below in the description. But if you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click on that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information, and I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. But for the money that you have to give up for this truck, especially with the discounts that John Roberts has, I think it's a pretty solid deal, just because the powertrain warranties are so good now. A lot of these dealers offer lifetime powertrain warranties, and that really just makes a big difference in terms of just how people are feeling about these new, specifically turbocharged 4-cylinders. in these pickup trucks. And they're just doing a great job, I think, in terms of just getting good fuel economy while also cutting down on emissions, I guess. But they're still just as capable. And the ride quality coming down the interstate here is definitely improved as opposed to how it was on that industrial road there. And one thing I'm figuring out is I think it's more of when this hits bumps, they're rough, but the truck doesn't ride that roughly, I don't think. Just on rougher pavement, you can feel it, if that makes sense. But especially for that under 34 grand price that John Roberts is offering this truck for, I don't think you can go wrong with it. Especially with, you know, the tariff situation, not knowing if that's going to make things better or worse long-term, short-term, on new vehicles or even used vehicles. So if you can get something with a 4 grand discount on a 38 grand truck, I say, why not? But with all that being said, this is going to bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Toyota Tacoma SR.